people to use them, they should make them funny. People like to laugh. They should say baby on board. Put that annoying sign where it belongs once and for all. Everybody's in the baby business now, even the Vatican. Vatican came down with a new ruling. You know what the Vatican said? No surrogate mothers. Ooh, good thing that I make this rule before Jesus was born. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the show.
And now, the Comic Relief President of Promotion.
Hi. I'm Joey Suzu, president of Comic Relief and HBO. Right now, you can hear millions of volunteers answering those Comic Relief phones. These volunteers include screen stars, politicians, stockbrokers, and other people with a lot of free time. And if you call them right now and pledge $25 or more, I'll send you this swell T-shirt. Just like the one Donald Trump gave the Queen of England before he foreclosed on Buckingham Palace. This T-shirt comes with its own serial number, Toreador pants, and its own matching island. But if you don't believe me, just ask the announcer.
That's true, Joe.
So hurry and call. We only have 3 left.
Thank you, David. When you put together a show like this, you have like a wish list of people you wish to have. Last year it was Sid Caesar and Carl Reiner who graced the stage. This year, 2 of my favorite performers. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from England, 2 of the great comedy minds of all time, Dudley Moore and Peter Cook.
Miss Rigby, Stella, my love, would you send in the next auditioner, please? Ah. How do you do? Nice to see you. Mr. Spigot, is it not?
Yes, Spigot's the name, acting's my game.
Right, yes. You'd just settle down for one moment?
Oh, yes, certainly.
Thank you. Mr. Spigot, you are auditioning, are you not, for the role of Tarzan?
Right.
Mr. Spigot, I couldn't help noticing almost immediately that you are a one-legged man.
Oh, you noticed that?
When you've been in the business as long as I have, Mr. Spigot, you get to notice these little things almost instinctively.
Yeah, of course you do.
Now, Mr. Spigot, you, a one-legged man, are applying for the role of Tarzan.
Right.
A role traditionally associated with a two-legged artiste.
Right.
And yet you, a unidexter, are applying for the role.
Right, yes.
A role for which 2 legs would seem to be the minimum requirement. Well, Mr. Spigot, need I point out with overmuch emphasis where your deficiency lies as regards landing the role?
Yes, I think you ought to.
Perhaps I ought.
Yes.
Need I say with overmuch emphasis that it is in the leg department that you are deficient?
The leg department?
The leg department, Mr. Spigot.
Yes,
you
yes.
are deficient in the leg department to the tune of 1. Your right leg, I like. Oh, it's a lovely leg for the role. As soon as I saw it come in, I said, hello. What a lovely leg for the role. I've got nothing against your right leg.
Oh.
The trouble is, neither have you. You fall down on the left.
Yeah, it is inadequate.
It is inadequate, Mr.
Yeah,
Speaker.
yes.
And in my view, the public is not ready for the sight of a one-legged Tarzan swinging through the jungly tendrils shouting, "Hello, Jane."
No, right, right.
But don't despair. I mean, after all, you score over a man with no legs at all.
Oh. I've got twice as much.
Twice as many,
Yeah,
yes. You
yes.
score by 100%.
Yeah, so there's still hope.
Of course there is still hope, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get no two-legged character actors in here within, say, the next 18 months, there is every chance that you, a Unidexter, will be the very type of person we shall be attempting to contact telephonically. I'm just sorry I can't be more definite. But you must understand, with the state of the business today, what with the dollar sliding
yes,
and all that money tied
Lord,
up
thank you
into
so much,
loans,
thank you, thank you.
Schwarzenegger, he really put Stella. Oh, is Stella with you still?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce some really wonderfully talented people. You know them as the Golden Girls. Please say hello to B. Arthur. Estelle Getty. Rue McClanahan. And Miss Betty White.
Thank you very, very much. On behalf of the Golden Girls, I'd like to say that we are very honored to be here tonight. Isn't that right, Rue?
Yes, it is, Bea. It's always wonderful to have the opportunity to do something for such a loving, worthy cause. Isn't that right, Betty?
That's right, Rue. We're glad to do everything we can to help our upcoming friend. Estelle?
Estelle.
Oh, that's right, Betty. And we've come here tonight to ask for your love and generosity.
Amen.
Yes, we're here to ask each other and every one of you to look within your heart. What?
That's not Betty White.
What?
It's not her, I tell you.
It's not?
No.
Are you sure about that, honey?
Yeah. In the first place, Betty's not that tall. And the second, that woman is wearing aquavelva.
Maybe we ought to say something.
I'll handle it. Pardon me, we were just wondering, who the hell are you?
What?
You're not Betty White.
I knew this wasn't going to work. You're right. No, I'm not Betty White. I'm Slappy White.
Slappy White.
Oh, good grief.
What?
I was just thinking about what I said to her in the ladies' room.
You were in the ladies' room.
I'm sorry, but I had to go.
I was wondering who left the seat up.
Look, never mind that. Where is Betty?
Well, you see, it's sort of a long story. Betty and I have the same agent, and because our last names are the same, he sometimes get us mixed up.
Oh, that makes sense.
See, tonight I'm here with you. And Betty White is opening for B.B. King at the Apollo Theater in Harlem.
While some performers brought their gifts of laughter, other members of the comedic community lent their support.
I'm being serious here, okay? I'm being very, very serious. The important half, actually the important half of what we're doing tonight is to make you lunatics. You happily insane people is to make you part of the solution.
The life of a homeless child is marked by much pain and suffering. When you deprive the child of the right to hope and to dream, you're taking away not only a piece of his future, but of all our futures as well. Children are the hope of the future, and they must be helped now.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we started Comic Relief 2 years ago, the thought between Robin and Whoopi and I wouldn't it be great if not only we did the show, but after a while that all the comedians got into eventually hosting the show. And that's what we're going to do tonight. I'd like to present to you a very talented man who's going to take you for a portion now. Please say hello to a very talented man, Mr. Harry Anderson.
Here's a trick you can do at home. Take a check, fill it out to Comic Relief. Now it's not just a check, now it's hope. And that's a stunt that will impress your friend. I'm not sure how to introduce Bob Goldthwait, except to say that he makes sense to me. So get ready for the wit, the wisdom, the hostility, and the unpredictability of Bob Bobcat Goldthwait.
Thank you very much. My name is Bob Goldthwait. Let me see, what is new? I gotta hurry up. Let me see what's new. Me and my bride, since the last Comic Relief, we pounded out a daughter. It's kind of extremely sensitive way to say you had a child. We pounded out one, and my bride and myself, I have to call her my bride. Calling her my wife, wife sounds like I bought her for some goats. Yeah, seen my wife. Honey, show him your teeth. I'll tell you what kind of self-centered jerk I am. It's going out live, so I didn't want to say dick. I'll tell you what kind of self-centered dick I am. They go, Mr. Goldthwait, we're going to have to perform a C-section. Now, a C-section's when they just pull the baby out through the belly. And they go, Mr. Goldthwait, we're going to have to perform a C-section. And instead of like going, oh, my God, I hope everything's okay, in my mind I went, oh, great, I went to Lamaze for nothing. I was there in the operating room, my baby, when she came out of that belly, she was beautiful and she smiled. Most babies are really ugly when they're born, but my baby, because she didn't have to go, most babies, they get their head, they go through that Play-Doh fun factory of life, My baby was this little, beautiful little pretty baby, and so I'm still there, and the doctor goes, Mr. Goldthwait,